Welcome back, everyone. Okay, hope you consumed a little bit of caffeine and some sugar to keep you up. It is a pleasure to have with us today the president of Traveloka, Mr. Cesar Indra, to give the keynote speech for the GSTC 2024 conference. Mr. Indra. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Cesar Indra, president of Traveloka, and it's an honor to be back here again with GSTC and every one of you. I'd like to begin by extending my gratitude to distinguished guests, Mr. Luigi Cabrini, president of GSTC, Mr. Randy Durbin, CEO of GSTC. I also want to thank the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, Roy, Dr. Mihi Kang, and the team, Singapore Tourism Board, Sentosa Development Corporation, and RWS for bringing us together at such a critical moment for our industry and our planet. Looking around, I see leaders, government partners, and passionate advocates who share a powerful vision, a future where tourism doesn't just thrive, but also protects and uplifts. And what a better place to have this conversation than Singapore. This is a place that shows us growth and sustainability can go hand in hand. And Singapore's commitment to certifying 60% of hotel rooms by 2025 shows us what's possible when we set bold goals for protecting communities and nature. We are here today because we believe tourism can be a force for good, a way to connect people, protect cherished places, and support local economies. Before we dive deeper, let me invite you to imagine something. Have you ever strolled along a pristine beach, felt the warmth of the sand underfoot, listened to the gentle waves, and thought, this is a gift from nature, how do we keep it this way? Or visited a place so rich in culture and history, feeling fortunate to experience something so authentic and irreplaceable. Now, imagine returning to that place, the same place, later to find it changed, overwhelmed, polluted, and losing the magic that made it special. For me, it isn't just hypothetical. It is actually a personal experience. So a while ago, I took my young children to a beach in Lampung. I don't know if you're familiar with the name. It's actually in southern part of Sumatra in Indonesia, where my parents often brought me to when I was at my children's age at the time. Back then, it was a paradise for me. Clean beach and crystal clear water, but this time it was completely different. I was surprised to see that the beach was littered with plastic, the water was murky, and it no longer felt the same like the place I remember when I was a kid. So it was heartbreaking to see a place that held so many memories transform in such a short period of time. Unfortunately, this experience isn't unique. It's happening all over the world in places that we all love. And what's at stake isn't just scenery or photographs, it's the very essence of these destinations, the communities, livelihoods, and the cultures that make them unique as a destination. And if we are to preserve these treasures, sustainable tourism isn't a trend or a choice, it's actually a responsibility that we all share. The good news is that travelers want this change too. Just building on what Minister Alvin Tan shared earlier this morning, recent data from EY shows that nearly half of global consumers now actively seek companies that benefit society, even if it means paying more. And 60% of them are ready to shift their behavior for greater good. So the message is clear. Travelers want sustainability as part of their journey. This isn't just an opportunity for us, it's a call to lead. Building a sustainable tourism movement means making sustainability accessible and actionable for everyone, from travelers who make thoughtful choices to partners who embrace responsible practices. Across Southeast Asia, more and more hotels and accommodations are aligning with sustainable standards like those set by GSTC. And at Traveloka, since 2022, we've been collaborating with GSTC to facilitate trainings to hotels across the region to encourage practice that support local communities and the whole ecosystem in travel. This growing network of eco-conscious accommodations makes it easier for travelers to align their stays with their values. And recognizing that small actions add up, we introduced an option this year for travelers to offset carbon footprint of their flights and accommodation with a single click on our app. Real changes are happening on the ground too. In Thailand, partnerships like ours with Second Life have removed over 24 tons of plastic from the ocean. In Indonesia, our Pahlawan Pohon mangrove restoration project has planted over 100,000 trees across Java and Bali since 2022. Empowering people is also at the heart of sustainable tourism. In Bali, collaboration with foundations like RO provide vocational training in hospitality, helping residents build careers that support their families. Across the region, our digital literacy program have connected over 100,000 people, from students to small business owners to a global audience, strengthening local economies and build resilience. These are just a few examples of the efforts underway across our industry, and I know many of you here today are driving similar or even larger initiatives. Together, we are making strides toward a future where sustainable tourism becomes the norm. But these parts are not only part of a much larger journey. True progress requires collaboration across governments, the private sector, investors, and local communities that bring tourism into life. Together, we have the power to build a tourism industry that doesn't just benefit travelers, but also enriches the societies and protect our planet. Governments are essential in setting the standards and creating incentives for responsible tourism to thrive. We've already been seeing powerful steps forward, like UN's new ESG framework for tourism, which is bringing greater transparency to environmental and social impacts and making responsible tourism a visible and accountable standard. The private sector too must rise to meet the growing demand of sustainable choices. Travelers are increasingly choosing businesses that prioritize communities and environment. By embracing initiatives like Measuring Sustainability in Tourism, or MST framework, we can ensure that every business decision reflects a commitment to sustainability. And investors play a critical role in making sustainable tourism to a reality. ESG considerations are no longer nice to haves, they are essentials to building resilient investments. So today there are 75 of hotel investors in Asia Pacific region who view ESG as priority in their decisions. By aligning capital with sustainable practices, we are investing in communities, ecosystem, and a future where tourism can truly thrive. So as a close, I want to bring us back to that image I shared earlier of the pristine beach. Imagine standing there again years from now, knowing it remains untouched, thriving, and cherished, not just for its beauty, but a testament to what we achieved together. Sustainable tourism isn't just a destination, it's a journey we all share. As we continue to explore the world, let's ask ourselves what legacy we are leaving behind. For me, this is personal. I hope that one day when my children take their own kids to the beaches of their childhood, they don't see the same heartbreaking changes I witnessed. I hope they'll find those beaches as pristine and full of life as I remember them, and they will know that we did our part to make that possible. Preservation is as essential as discovery, and together we can make sustainable tourism the new standard, protecting the world we cherish for generations to come. Thank you for your passion and your vision and your commitment. Together, let's make sustainable tourism the new standard and protect the world we cherish for generations to come. Thank you.
Very good.